YouTube, good morning. This is TerrenceRe, and I'm gonna take you into the opening bell. We're going to probably put on another weekly SBX trade. Either I'll do it today or Monday. I'll probably go ahead and do one today. For next week, we'll just keep it going, and we'll look at the one that we have today. We might be able to strike today, so we'll see. Look like the market's gonna open up. We'll check on Rivian and some other trade setups. We'll look at some technicals, do some technical analysis and some charting right after the buffer. All right, let's look at the tape. Take a look at we got the S&P 500 up about 27 handles. Um, got the Nasdaq futures up almost a whole percent. The Dow futures up almost 0.5%, and the Russell futures are up almost a whole percent. So what that tells me is that the Russell is leading the way. And so with that being said, I like to kind of look at the Russell and gauge it as far as, what I think is going to happen for the day. And with the Russell being up, I think we're going to have an up day. At least opening bell anyway. The bonds are up as well. Bitcoin had a large rally. Um, let's take a look at I seen something. I was flipping through CNBC, and I seen something where they were talking about something about the market weighing Powell's comments or something like that. But I'm just trying to see what's making what has the market up like it is. Like, something has it jumping for Bitcoin to be up like it is. Um Let's take a look at, let's pull up Bitcoin on the chart. We'll pull up the Bitcoin futures. And you can see we got a big green candle right here. Now, is it gonna make it up to, if this right here, now this is a candle that you buy on. I don't have any like, if I'm just looking at this chart, like, I don't care what this ticker symbol is. When you get a candle like this, you generally buy on this candle, right? And you might, if you're buying stock or something, or trade, I don't care if you trade forex, whatever time frame you're on, when you get like almost like a harami right here, maybe with this body of this candle closing within the body of this one, and then you get this big up green candle. Should have been buying on this already, right? And I would say for Bitcoin, if I'm looking at resistance, it's gonna be right here at this gap. Yeah, if it's, me doing, I would say this gap right here. I don't know why it's so big like that. I would say that we got about 2 minutes for the opening bell right there. I would say that right there. That would be the next level if it can take out this high all the way up to about 27,000. That don't mean it's gonna get there, but if I'm buying, if I was a buyer of Bitcoin, I would be right here. If I was gonna buy it. Let's take a look at the SPX. Now, guys, I'd have, let's go to the option chain. We'll pull up what I got. See what I got cooking. Now, I put this butterfly on last week on Friday. And as you can see, we'll see when the bell ring, you'll see this change. This should go up to about 40. It'll be right around here in the money, right here. This will be the the strike price when the bell opens, somewhere right around in here, you'll watch it change. And I'm right here. So we got a 31 expected move. It's probably gonna change when we get to opening bell. So I really need about eh, I need about a 50-point rally from the opening bell to get me up in here in the money. To get see what my butterfly look like. And so if I can get that, then I can hit it. If we analyze it, let's go to the analyze tab and look at right after the bell. I want to see how it open. I want to see where it opens to, and then I go back to the trade tab and we'll look at it. Come on, it's got a little lag. So if you guys here, go ahead and hit the like button. I'm gonna be doing try to do the opening bell a lot more coming in the future. So if I see a trade though, I will trade it live. I will. Hey, I know we got an issue. All right. So I'm up against the expected move already as of the close yesterday. Now we got a gap right here. So you can see the opening tape right here. See this candle. Now I need this bad boy to move a little bit. I am gonna put another one on today. And I'll pick either one of these levels, either here or I'm gonna pick here. Either one of those is where I'm gonna do the one for next week. I don't know how I got 4080, but we're gonna see. All I need this joker to do is run up into here. Now, I have a trade on in Rivian that I put on yesterday. Rivian opened up down 74 cents. So so it's not we can pull it up and I can show you what I seen. Excuse me. Uh take this off. Yes. All I did was right click on that. That's an indicator that I have that plots the expected move on there for me. So I got Rivian taking out these highs off of this gap up. We'll see what we get today. And I already got a take profit on up here. Let me see. I just don't have it showing on this particular chart. So let's go back to the SPX. And I'm going to go to the analyze tab and we're going to analyze this thing. Because if we can get this, where we at? 40.34. What do I need? The expected move on the day is $32. So that'll put us at what? 40.60, 40.65, right there on the cusp. I need about 10 more bucks. I need about 10 more bucks and then and I'll show you, we'll go to the analyze tab and look at this butterfly. I only paid 10 bucks for it. So I'll continue to shoot these all day long. All right, so what you're looking at it, we got it on the screen. I'm gonna pull it up and move it a little bit. Why you look like that? I look retarded. I don't know why it's moving like that. Probably because the opening bell it should get back to where it's supposed to be. But I'm gonna set the slices to break even and set it for 9:10, which will be the end of today, basically. And I wonder why it's looking jagged edge like that. Let me reset this because I think I got other. So sometimes when it look retarded when you first pull it up, you can come up there and click on reset and reset it, right? And then come back down here again, and then we'll set slices to break even, like there. And here we go. So now it looks a little bit, let's see, right? And here we go. And so you can see, let's see if I can spread this out. If I can just get within this area, that's why it's doing that, because I'm spreading it out. Let's put it back then. Anyway, if you get the price right within here, you can look over there at this. If I hold it to the end of the day, then I could probably make, if and it settles within there, because now the SPX will settle to you can't, there's no stop, so it's gonna settle to cash. So the longer I hold this throughout the day, the better chance I have of making more money. And this will continue to widen all the way out throughout the day. So I just need price to make it up in there. More than likely, if I hold it and if I can get it within this range, um, within the range of my strike prices, then I can make anywhere between more than likely about $100, somewhere right around 60, 70, 80, maybe even up to 90 or $100. In order for me, I'd have to hold this right before the end of the bell, like up until like the last few minutes in order to get close to that 400 mark. So I won't be looking to do that, being as that I only paid $10 for it. Let's go take a look at go back to the chart. See, everything is green. Let's put some indicators on the chart. Now you can see, if you look at the top left hand corner, you see my advanced decline is 341. So the majority of the S&P 500 stocks are up. We got a positive tick. Um, so everything is trading up right now, for the most part, in the S&P 500, which is really, if you're trading, like you're doing any type of stock trading, in my opinion, that's all you should care about, to be honest. As the S&P 500 goes, everything else goes. And the more you trade, you'll figure that out. That is the market. We got the XLF is up, financials are up. We got energy is up. The dollar is down a little bit, which is, let's take a look at the dollar. So you got the dollar making got a couple days, 1, 2, 3 days down on the dollar. The dollar has been going up recently, as you can see on the chart. This is a 9-month daily chart. So we have the dollar is up. So it's almost ripe if you're looking at it like from right here, almost like we have sort of a channel. So this is called TN technicals, right? So let's do some technicals. Tell you what, let's do it like this. I don't want nothing on the screen. I do my own trend lines. Let's see. So if I was drawing a trend line, you can see this is almost like a channel on the dollar. You almost got like a channel. Now what I'm gonna do on here is come up here to the settings, because I got it set to where like it will snap my drawings to the high and low of candles, and I don't want it to do that. I don't want it. So here we go. So you got a trend line like this right here, and this is a classic channel. And all that means is that price action, let's see where I want to, let's come somewhere in here and we draw something like this. So you generally want to connect them. You want to connect some type of, so here we go. It don't have to be perfect. So we can see that the dollar is trading in some sort of channel, right? And within this line, instead of it going, now, if you see it come down into here, what you want to see is some type of bear flag, right? You want to see a couple. We got 1, 2, 3. Maybe we would like to see this day finish down and maybe even get another candle down to take out this low right here. And then the next couple candles pull back. And then what you want to do at that point is get short on the pullback. Like if you were finding a way to get short the dollar. Um, Now, if you didn't want to necessarily like short the dollar on whatever platform you're using, you could. One way of shorting the dollar is to come. Let's go look at forex pair USD JPY. So you can see how the dollar versus the yen. See how it's moving in a similar fashion. So if you wanted to short the dollar, you could short this forex pair. right? So we see this is almost like a W, like some type of reversal pattern. Um, you got a wick right here. So this ain't a bad, you want to look for a particular move. I will let this play out, me personally, on the daily. I would give it another week or so. I want to see a down move on this candle. I want to see about 3 candles down in a row. And then I want to see a pullback for like one, two, somewhere up in here. I'll put my Fibonacci retracement so I can get short up in here. This Forex pair. I may do this live. So just hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and continue to follow so you won't miss that trade when I do it. I might do it live. Either I'll do it here on the yen pair, or maybe I'll take a look at maybe trying to do it on a future or something like that, or I may do it on the Tastyworks platform. Name of this show is Tea and Technicals, and I'm sipping some elderberry tea, and elderberry tea is real. Well, I've heard real good for you, for especially with the seasons getting ready to change, and want to keep that immune system strong. All right, so we talked about the dollar. Let's take a look at the bonds. The TLT is continuing to go down. Um, I don't really see anything right here. I don't see a trade setup unless you just want to, unless you're saying, hey, I think it's a bottom. You want to try to set up something like a put spread or something like that. I may put a trade on just to do something live. I like to do stuff um, live while we're on with Rivian, pulling back a little bit. Let's go take a look at Netflix. I talked about Netflix yesterday as well. It's up. So you got one up. Netflix, will it take out the high? It's possible. Let's take a look at Apple. Apple don't look like it's gonna do too much on the day. But this may be a great position or place to place a trade. You got some wicks right here in this area. Maybe it found support. It's possible. Let's look at Boeing. When you can see I got projections on Boeing, Netflix. Um, these were I've been in and out of these particular. I'm bullish on them, but they could just be in some holding patterns. Let's look at Caterpillar. Caterpillar look ugly. It's an ugly chart. Like I don't have like just looking at this chart, I don't see. You got a gap up though today. It's up 3%. You got some kind of news. Let's look at the news on Caterpillar. So all I'm gonna do right here, I am gonna come up here and click this little like link, hit red, so it's gonna link Caterpillar. So we got news. Caterpillar stock jumps to lead the Dow's gainers after IRS settlement included no penalties. So I don't know. I guess maybe the IRS, maybe they had some issues with their books, and it looks like the IRS is letting them off the hook. So that's what we got. Says Caterpillar settles tax dispute with IRS, will pay no penalties. And so we got news. We got Caterpillar jumping on the news. Now let's look at it. Is this something we can sink our teeth in? I need to. I'm gonna take all this off just so I can. And let's go to. Let's look at it like this. Now we can see down here on the RSI, price action is crossed over the 50 on the RSI, and you can see it corresponding up here on this moving average. So is this something that I could look at trading? With gaps like this, it's either gonna gap up and run away or come back and fill. Um, will it continue to make this high? Something like this though, if you were gonna trade Caterpillar, you got a low IV rank. So I don't think you're gonna get too much a trying to sell a premium. So this would almost be like buying a call spread, which could take eons for you to actually hit. If I were gonna trade this, I would come probably 35 days. It's a $5 wide call spread. What would you pay for it? Let's see. Come right here, one in the money, one out of the money. It's a vertical call spread. It's gonna cost us 278. That's too rich for my blood. I don't want to pay more than 250 for a $5 wide call spread. At the very at the very 255, maybe 260, but that's about it. Once you start paying that much more, I don't like to pay that much more. And let's go to 28 days and see what it'll be. Still got these $5 wide strikes, which I don't like, and that's because it's almost a $200 stock. I'd rather have dollar wide strikes. Then you could do a $2 wide box spread or vertical, and then maybe pay a buck for it. I don't mind maybe throwing 100 on something that I'm not sure of, or something like $278 on a trade that I don't really believe in. Sometimes let's I got some scans. Let's take a look at let's close this up and we'll look at my scanner. Hey, got everything on here. So basically when I see this, I got this many hitting on my scan, right? It's definitely letting me know we in a we got an update going. So I don't know if people want to be short in the day if you're day trading. AMD, uh, this right here got a 28 IV rank, Neo 10. So pretty much everything that the IV is already contracted in many of these stocks. So yeah, you almost Freeport got a 65. You can sell some premium in here. Will it break out though? Will it take this out? You almost can, for me, I think that you'd be do better off maybe buying some call spreads. Probably could sell a put spread on this one though. Is it gonna break out of this area right here? Let's see what it look like. If you wanted to sell a put spread in Freeport however you say it, McMoran. I don't know what they do. I could care less. We got open interest. So right here, I'm looking to see liquidity. Looking over here at these options, they're pretty wide. You got about 15 cent wide uh, between the bid and ask on a $31 stock. That's pretty wide. So you got to be careful in here that you don't get robbed. If I was gonna do something, I'd come to the 35 delta, sell that. Let's see, buy the 25, take in 122. I probably wouldn't even go in right here at 122. I'd raise this and try to, but just because you got a little bit of width, I mean, you got a nice little 15 cent spread in between the bid and ask. So I would probably come in here about. That don't mean you're gonna get filled, but I start at 130, and then I would penny it down if I was gonna trade this. Let's look at um, it's at 31.75. This high right here is 33.78. It's not enough. We almost do better off just selling a naked put. It's only a $31 stock. Sell the naked put. So then if you do get some vol contraction, it'll contract faster by selling that naked put. You come right here and sell this 30. I still would stick with the 35 delta and sell but I would penny it up. I wouldn't come in at 155. Bid ask is 155, 165. I come all the way up to, if I was gonna do this, I come up to 165. I start at like 170 and I penny it down and work the trade. I'm trying to get as much as you can. Let's try another scan. Let's go to my contrarian scan, which I don't think anything would be on this one. Got two. Got two. Now this is something where we would be buying a put spread. All right. What is this? I don't know what Sarepta Therapeutics. Uh Sound like one of these bio. All right, so just looking at this one, we got what I would call an expanded, some people call this a megaphone, an expanded triangle. We're doing something like this. Now it is overbought. We are overbought. You're looking at the RSI. Let me see. Let me put my MACD on here. I might put a trade on in this. All right. What we got? Let's save that so I don't have to keep doing that. All right. Oh, let's see. Is it gonna break out right here? More than likely, it's gonna pop out of here. I bet you it's gonna pop out of here. So do I want to get short right here? Do I want to try and time this? You don't want to try and time stuff like this. You got the gap up, it's running away. What does it look like on the hourly? It's overbought as well on the hourly. I only need about a $5, maybe a drop down in here. I just don't know if I'm gonna get it. I just want. Let's see. Let's take a look at Ulta. Ooh, that's a $500 stock. That mean, with it being almost a $500 stock, that means I'm gonna pay about $500 for it. I mean, excuse me, it's gonna be a $5 wide spread, and I'm gonna pay 250 for it. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. See, 42 days. You see, it's $5 wide. Even if I probably would like to do the 35, it's be $5 wide. So I don't want to do. I'll do this one. It popped up on my scanner. I don't have that many. It's a short position. Even though I think we might get one more up day, and I think we will get an up day. I think it's gonna break out of this. However, the next day or a couple days after that is when we might get our down move. And I just don't know if you want to try and time these. So if I was to do this, let's go to the trade tab. Let's go 35 days. I would like to do these. I don't have any open interest, any volume. So you can see how wide these are. It's not liquid. So this won't work because it's not liquid. And these $5 wide strikes. I was thinking like at 119, these would be a dollar wide. Let's go to the monthly. Someone got a now just looking at this, got 1,000 here, 1,700 here. It's still, look how wide the bid ask is. That's very wide. So the bid is 540. The ask is 760. That's $2.20. $220. Now I want to give you just an example. So somebody may say, well, or so. But the thing is, let me give you, when you're looking at options, let's close that up. Now let's look at something like, let's look at Apple, right? At $155 stock. Look at the bid ask, 5.55, 5.60, 5 penny, 5 cent. So basically $5 between the bid ask. That's liquidity. That means that so over looking at whatever Sarepta right here, 230, the market maker is making money. Over here at Apple, he might be making a penny or two, but he ain't making a whole lot of money. You're gonna lose getting in and out of this trade. Because you're gonna have to give up something to get in, and you're gonna have to give up even more to get out. So I don't really wanna, unless you're right and you still may, you know, I keep it on the radar to look at it. Not liquid enough. Ulta is a little bit more liquid, but I still don't want to do $5. Well, let's look at this. This just popped up. First Solar. Let's look at the chart. Beasting. Now these the ones though that I like to short. You say, well, why? Because look at it. It's stretched out. I mean, literally, it's overbought. It already has crossover to MACD. I'm gonna trade this one. Yeah, I gotta have this one. And I know it's liquid. I'm gonna come to 35 days. It's a little, it ain't too bad. I probably should do 40, 42. I get more liquidity. But with one like this, I wanted to if the move happens quickly, I want to go ahead and be in and out. So I will come over here. We'll go one in the money, about a 137, sell to 135. Excuse me. Got It's only gonna cost me 88 cents. So basically a $2 wide spread. I'm gonna pay under a buck for it so I can make 112 on it. Where are we at on time? Just keeping a check. All right, let's see. And I actually think, let me see. Let's do it like this. I did one by the 137. So I can come in here and buy the 138 and sell the 136. I'd rather, you say, well, why do you wanna, I'd rather pay a little bit more. So always when you're looking at pricing of options, the majority of the time, what you pay or how much premium you take in is gonna work with your how much what your it's gonna work with your probabilities. And I did what's gonna get me paid on this one is the short strike um, price action going below the short strike, and the further it goes below the short strike, the more I'll make on this spread. So me buying the 137 and selling the 135, um, uh, was gonna make it. I gotta go a little bit deeper down to make a little bit of money. So I'd rather pay a little bit more. So where I'm at, buy the 138, sell the 136. You see, it's right at a buck because the market moving a little bit. Let's go ahead and see if we can get this one filled. Boom. And you see, I actually got filled at 99 cent. Got price improved. So 99 bucks. So that's what I want. So we got actually it says Susquehanna analyst Baiju Parenchel maintains First Solar with a positive and raises the price target from 120 to 175. I don't care about that. It popped up on my screen for uh on my contrarian scan. So those are the type of trades that I do from that scan. What I did was I bought a put spread. So which means I'm taking a bet on this particular stock to go down. And basically the stock is up. I got a doji candle right here. Now it could continue to go up. That's fine. But I want to go ahead and I'm gonna take a bet that it's gonna go down and try to make a little money off of it. Now, what I'll do on these particular trades, I analyze it for you guys to let you see. So this is the This is the first solar trade. Let me make sure I got the everything set. So I'm gonna come in here and click on soon as it like it froze on me. Set slices to break even. This is actually easier to look at on Tastyworks, which is a lot of times why I use Tastyworks. But on this particular one, let's see. Bring it closer. I don't like that squiggly line. Why it's doing that? All right. So this is where the price is right now. Where we at? Right around 136.99. Is that no? That's what my break even. Let's see. Where are you at? 137.09. So it's right here. Somewhere right in here. One of these little red lines right here is what the price is. So how would I paid 99 cents for it? It's a $2 wide spread. So if I paid 99 cents for it, the max amount of money I can make for it is $101. Now, what I'm not gonna hold it to try to make the full 100. I'll probably try to make half of that. That increases my chances of being successful. And I'm ready to show you that why I would do that. So half of that would be if I paid 99 for it, that means I'm gonna sell it back for what 150. Somewhere between 150, 155. Because if I do like 155, it'll take care of any fees or anything like that for getting into the trade. It's real what they charge to do commissions, to get into the trades now are damn near nothing. I think on here I may pay, I think I forgot, like I think it's $1 to get in each leg or something like that. I'm not even sure, but it's minimal. So I don't really worry about commissions. If you're making money, you don't really care about them. But if you want to cover your commissions, you can, instead of getting 50%, you can do 55, right? And sell it back for 155. So what I'm gonna show you is, let's say all I want to make is the $50 or 50, we're gonna sell it back for 150, right? Now, how would I go about checking that out? I'm gonna day step this. I'm gonna come up to expiration, click on day step +4. Now, what that did was if I go back and I put this back, if I go back to where it was, this is where the line is right now. This line will flatten out at expiration. That's what it'll look like, right? So if I come to day step and I'm gonna go 4, so it's showing me how much I make at each one of these levels. Where you at? Set slices. Uh, why are you not working like you should be? Let's reset it. When you get ready to do the analyze tab, I always reset it because sometimes it'll have some of your other trades on there. And so that's why sometimes it might not be right. But make sure you just go up and hit the reset button and then you can set it up. Then we're gonna use October 15th. Where you at? Right there. I'm gonna bring this in, move this over, and now we're gonna go. There you go. Now you can see. Now I'm gonna move this line. So you see on September 9th, you see, let's say it goes down to 128, I'd make 25 bucks. I make $26 on it. Look at it over here in the corner down here as I move the price movement, right? Now I want to make 50 bucks, right? So by October 7th, if it gets to 129, I'm gonna click right here. Boom. I'd make I'd make my 50 bucks. Actually more than that, 53. I'm gonna move it back some. Right here. Right? 129.90. Now you can say, What's the whole point of showing us this? I'm getting ready to show you. Now with that there, what's the probability of the actual price action touching 129.90? So what I can do is, you see how I got probability of in the money? I can change this to probability of touching. I got an 81.5% chance of the stock touching 129.90 by October 7th or by expiration. See that? If you look right there with this line, it's giving me the probability of touching within this time frame, within by October 15th. And that's all I need the price to be at by October 7th to make my 50 bucks. And so that doesn't mean it's going to do it, but that means I have a high probability of the price oscillating between now and then and hitting that area. If we come to also, if I come back to the trade tab where I have this trade put on at, in the next 35 days, we have an expected move of 18 bucks. So this price could go up. Now, this is being able to make a trade just based on using probabilities, pot odds, just using math. You don't necessarily have to be use a whole lot of technical analysis. I have a scan that I use, and and it popped up on my scan, and when it popped up on my scan, I hit the trade. And I'm doing a trade that, with the market stretched out like it is, if you're just looking at this, you like, look at this. I mean, this is steep. So this is something that I would do, and it's overbought technically on the RSI. I'm taking this all day long. And I may even day trade this one in and out, like watching it. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and put my take profit on to close this trade out. So like if you work a job or something, like I do, and you like, man, I ain't gonna have time to watch it like that. So I'm gonna show you how to get out of it without even having to watch it all day. Let's go back to the monitor tab. And I got my trades broken up like this so I can easy to monitor. Now it's saying that this SPX trade is already at like, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna do something on this just in case it hits it and I ain't looking. So the closeout trades, all I did was drop this down over here. I can come over here, click, hold it, drag it, all three, because I want to close out all three legs. I ain't legging out of this. I'm gonna right click, create closing order, sell. Now I paid, what did I say, $10 for it. I could sell this right now. Look like it's oscillating around 20 bucks, 25. You want to get 6 times what you paid for it on these to make it where you pay off. Because I'm gonna put another one on uh, at the end of the day. Or I may put one on. Yeah. Let's see. Let's go ahead and say, so I'm gonna try to take $60 out of this. If it run up there through my zone, I'm gonna try to get 60 out of it. And we'll put day. I probably should hold this. This may be one of the ones where you have to watch it all day and try to. All right, we're gonna put 60. If it run through there and I take the six and it hit, I'll take the 60 and run. Let's hit confirm. I'm kind of, let's hit confirm and see, and we'll see what happens. So now you can see, I'll go back to the monitor tab. There you go. You can see I got it up there while I'm selling it. I'm trying to sell it for 60. See, I'm paying 10, 15 bucks for these. And I'm trying to make 4 or 5 times what I pay for them. So then I only need to hit to be profitable, maybe one out of 2 or 3. One every 3 or 4. Some of them you'll really hit for some money. Some of them some of them you won't. This one might be one though that I need to play out. I think I might play a little Russian roulette with this one. I'm gonna cancel this, guys, because this one might be a close one where I might be able to hit and get the big one. So I'm gonna cancel this order, and I'm gonna sit here and watch this for a little while and see what I get. Did it cancel? There it go. So I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna watch that one since I'm here today. I'll watch it and see what it does. I don't want to. If I can get that max, if I can get 100, 200, then I'm gonna try to hold out. Because what'll happen is if I put 60 and the price runs through there or runs up to it, it'll take somebody. It'll sell for 60. And I want to be able to get more if I can. So I'll hold this one, being as that this is the last day and it settles the cash anyway. I'm only gonna lose what I paid for it. All right. So we got the put spread and first solar. So I'm gonna highlight this, right click, create closing order. I paid 99 cents for it. It's a $2 wide spread. I'm just gonna sell it for 150. If you pay for something, if you buy it to get in, to close it out, you need to sell it. So I will be selling this. That's why it's red down here at the bottom. I'm gonna click on GTC, good till canceled. So what that's saying is I don't have to come back in. Like if I left it at day, that means this order would cancel today. And that means that tomorrow I'd have to put another one. If I put GTC in, I don't have to worry about it. And then, I could be out driving, whatever, at the dojo, playing video games with my son, whatever, playing with the dog, and your phone vibrate. You can get a little noise. It took profit, right? And so this, I'll hold it. It's at 35 days. I'll probably hold this to either I make the money or to about 6 days, about 5 or 6 days. Anything beyond that, then I close it out. Especially if it's anywhere near in the money by that time. You don't want to get assigned. I've never been assigned. So just keeping track and knowing what you're doing. Uh, I didn't even know I had this up on top right of my screen. I'm gonna take that off. It's been up there the whole time. That's all right. So I'm gonna go ahead and click confirm and send. And you can see before it didn't have this up here. It just had these two trades. Now you can see that I have something set to close out. And that's that, guys. So now we added a little bit of negative delta to what I got going. Got a Rivian stock Rivian down a little bit today. That's okay. I hold it. Nah, I didn't buy a lot. Just about a few shares. Then I got this put spread in First Solar, and I am going to be watching this SPX trade all day. I think I'm gonna try to I'm probably gonna put on another weekly um butterfly closer towards the end of the day. And what I'll do is more than likely I'll make a video. I'll do another video, maybe a weekend video or something like that to chronicle it. But for the most part, it's gonna be, let's take a look at it, what it would be, just so you guys will know exactly what I'd be looking at doing. It's gonna be something like I'm gonna come up here. This is my expected move indicator. Um, well, I'm looking at First Solar. Let me go back to SPX. So it plots it out on there. I don't know why I didn't have it right here. I should have had this. This should have been money for me right here. That was last week and it hit. So I'm gonna pick one of these levels. That's all that's gonna happen. I'm gonna pick one of these, either here or I'm gonna come back here. Probably whichever one is cheaper. Cause being is that I don't really know anyway, I'm just gonna pick one of them, and then we'll see what happens. Well, that guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Check out my Prize Picks video. I did a video yesterday, right before the football game, where I talked about Prize Picks, and I do. I just my first time doing it. Um, it's kind of a little different from fantasy football. But if you but you can do football, you can do soccer, baseball on there. Just check the video out. Use my link. Excuse me. Use my link that's in the description of that video. And with that, guys, I'm out. Peace.